Welcome to the Primetime 585 podcast. My name is Karen Iglesia, co-founder of Primetime 585 in studio. We got the best producer. Welcome back. He was playing,
We missed you, man.
We missed you last week. We like having Sean, but
Sean did good, though.
Sean did great, but welcome back, Julio. And of course, we got Rashard Coach Johnson in studio all day today with us for some track and field. And of course, I got LG Lucky Gerard because he is married to me. No,
I'm going to give it to you today.
You better, because you know why.
Yeah. No, because, when I approached you on that beach 32 years ago, and I saw you, and I approached you, I thought I had about as much chance as the Knicks did last night when they were down 2.
So, by the way,
but both of us hit the jackpot.
Who?
No, I'm talking me and the Knicks.
Oh, I'm like, okay.
Julio's going crazy. Obviously, he's a Knicks fan.
Well, I'm a Knicks fan. I am Jamaican. Every Jamaican is a Knicks fan due to Patrick Ewing.
Okay, I seen that.
Yes, every Jamaican that I know is a Knicks. We don't care about nothing, but we know about. My mom watched that game.
I'm shocked.
My mom don't watch sports. Okay, my mom watched the entire game, and Gerard's a Spurs fan.
Yeah.
So Gerard's Spurs fan in the house. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm sitting pretty right now. We 3-1. Knicks in 5, baby.
I wouldn't mind if the Knicks win. I mean, I'm really, really happy.
How can you be from New York City
and not be a Knicks fan?
Thank you.
I grew up.
Spanish New York City.
Right, sure.
I grew up a huge Knicks fan. I used to come home at night and listen to the radio because they didn't have it on TV back
That's
then.
how old he is.
Wow.
They had the blackout rule.
Yeah, that's how old he is.
And I loved them, but when they started playing Michael Jordan and the Bulls,
That's when everything. But how are you born in New York, raised in the Bronx, and you are not a diehard Knicks fan?
I'm happy for them, though. I really am. I really am. I couldn't switch, because I didn't think the Knicks would make it. I thought Detroit, Detroit beat them by an average of 28 points in 4 games this year.
Well, when you got a Brunson, it's different.
It's different.
Yeah.
You got a Brunson. That's it right there. You got a Brunson.
Unbelievable.
29-point deficit. See, this is what sports is all about. We got a little bit of time today because we're light on content. So this is what sports is all about. You cannot just not watch that regardless. I mean, I don't know how you blow a 30-point lead.
Well, I'm sorry. I fell asleep. I got in.
Man.
I gave up.
You one of those?
You're talking about me not being a fan.
Wait, I went to the NBA is scripted. It's scripted. They wanted this to happen. But then it didn't happen the way I thought it was.
You woke up?
Yeah, I thought it was going to. When I woke up and seen New York by 1, I said, oh my gosh, I missed another great game.
Unbelievable. The happiest people was Josh Hart, who missed a layup at the end and then made a big foul that put San Antonio up in the closing seconds, and the officials. You notice nobody's talking about the officials today?
That last game, it was all about the officials.
During the first half. That's all anybody was talking about.
Well, you know what? That's what sports is all about. When I tell people all the time, I said, why do I love sports? It's the great equalizer, right? Mm-hmm. Real quick, another story. I can't remember the guy's name, but he is a baseball player. Did you see that story on Instagram? Him and his girlfriend was just driving home. They went to lunch. They were driving home from lunch. I got to find his name. Skeen or I can't remember his name.
Skeen, from Pittsburgh,
Yes, right? So that's a great story. So every time I see that story, it's all over Instagram, all over TikTok. Him and his girlfriend is driving home, and he looked over at a baseball field. It's a little league team practicing. Just shoot the ball. He said to his girl, pull over. I'm about to go play catch with him.
That's some Roberto Clemente stuff right there.
He's a major league baseball player, but he's still and he said because when he was younger, something like that happened to him similarly. So he went, and he's not like he was just there just to be there for 10 minutes. He stayed over 2 hours and was playing catch with them, practice with them, took pictures, was signing the balls, all of that
That's
stuff.
cool.
And I shared it on my story because this is why I love sports.
Right.
Because it doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter. And none of that matters. When you have a person like that just understand the basic thing. These are kids, and I'm just going to give them a memory. That's what it's all about. So that story is, I don't know, I think his name is Skeens. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Apparently he's a really good,
He's great.
They said he's like a superstar. I don't know a lot about Major League Baseball. They said he's like a superstar. And to future Yankee, you said?
Yeah, probably. They all leave Pittsburgh.
But you know, your boy Pinkett, who was on the show the other day, he goes to FMR, the gym that I have the kids at, and he's just in there on the table getting his body all pulled, stretched the NBA way, and the kids are just sitting there. He's just talking to him like he's just a regular person. You don't even notice that he's an NBA player.
That's the kind of guy he is.
He's just real.
That's how he is.
If you ask for a picture, he'll get up and give you the picture, but he's just he's not talking down to anyone. Like, I don't belong in here with you guys. Get away from me. I'm stretching. He's really a good guy. And I think some people are just different. They're built different.
And so those stories, when you have those sports stories, it's to me ideal because sports about memories, especially for kids. And that's I remember when Stephon Marbury used to come up here and stay with us. He said something to us. We brought him to Edison, and he was at Edison. We brought him all over, and every single place he went, he sat there and signed, autographed, took pictures, so on and so forth. Hundreds. And we got in the car, and I'm like, "Aren't you tired?" He said, "You just never know. I'm a boy from Coney Island. You just never know how much it's going to mean to someone." So when you have people like that, this is why I love sports. This is why I love what we do. But let's get right into the opinion.
Wait. I got to go back. I got to go back. When I complimented you, I'm going to have to go into our bank account, babe, because I got to pay the internet to scrub that thing.
Are you okay? Are you throwing up in your mouth? Are you okay? Are you all right? Okay, just making sure you're all right. So let's go into some Penyan girls lacrosse, okay? So first of all, we are knee deep now in regionals and sectional. Sectionals over regionals and state runs. So the Penyan girls lacrosse, they ran over Eden North, 19-3, with Bailey Cooper leading the charge with 3 goals.
Clemson bounds.
Yes. And 6 assists. Ruby Berry with 2 goals and 3 assists. Addison Gillette with 3 goals. Miley Anderson, 5 goals and assists. Gianna Voigt with a goal. McKenna Mullins, 3 goals and assists. And Mary D'Ambrosio with 1 goal. Now, Gerard, they're 19-1.
Yeah.
After beating West Hill, right after that, they beat West Hill 2 days later, 14-4, where Bailey Cooper had 4 goals and 2 assists, Miley Anderson with 3 goals, 2 assists, Lila Hansen with 3 goals, Megan Wheeler with the win in goal. Penyan is playing this weekend, Richard, for a state championship. So we just wanted to make sure that we give these girls their kudos. When I say Penyan's boys and girls lacrosse culture is ridiculously good, this is what I'm talking about. Their whole fans come, they're wearing their orange and their blue. I mean, it's a small town.
Yeah.
It's a small town. So they're playing for, when I say ran through, to win a regional game 19-3. Remember, they're playing the best in the other. Yeah. And I think that 2 of those goals they got like in the 4th quarter after their stars are out or something. You know what I mean? They're ridiculously good. So good luck this weekend. We're actually going to go to Cortland and cover this game.
Okay.
We're going to go. We're leaving tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Gerard?
6:30.
It's in Cortland tomorrow?
Yeah. So Jake is there now doing the boys.
Oh.
So the boys is today. And the girls is tomorrow. So we're going to go do the girls while Jake do the boys today. So good luck to the Penyan girls on their state run. Love that for them. Now let's go into some boys across. So HFL boys, their season has come to an end. They lost to JD. Now let me first say this.
Janesville DeWitt. Yep, from Syracuse.
Syracuse lacrosse is Syracuse lacrosse.
Yeah.
They're good. They have a good lacrosse system in Syracuse, right? They got great feeder programs. JD outscored HFL 12-0 after the first quarter. Now, HFL is good.
HFL was up 4-3.
4-3. Yep.
Yeah.
So they are, when I tell you They are absolutely different. They got Division I players, Division II players on this team.
On Jamesville.
Yeah.
Yes. Jason Bennett made 21 saves for HFL. Although it's a loss, he had a milestone.
That's great.
21 saves is crazy numbers in lacrosse.
Mm-hmm.
He surpassed his 500 career saves, so we want to make sure we give Jason his kudos in the loss. HFL finished its season 13-7. Mario, how do I say his name? I'm going to call him Mario V with 3 goals. Grady
Chance, right?
Yeah. Grady Goodberlet with 1 goal in the loss for JD. Caden Gallagher with 3 goals. Sawyer McIntosh with 1 goal and 3 assists. Braden Baker with 1 goal and 6 assists.
That's a lot of passes.
Yeah. Tate Mullen with 3 goals and Miles Patton with 3 goals and 1 assist. So congratulations to JD on the win. HFL boys, absolutely a talented bunch. Coach Goodberlet and those boys, they did the do this season. JD, as I said, got the best of them. They are just good, and they're stacked with collegiate players.
A lot of football players?
They got football players also on the team. Yeah, they're very. A lot of their players cross over to other sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like lacrosse athletes are some of the best athletes.
Yeah, because they're from most lacrosse athletes are playing another sport.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of them are actually football players.
Yeah. Got some basketball players and
Some good moves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now the next game we're going to go over now is the Penn Yan versus Marcellus game. So, Rashard, we were at all 4 of these regional games. Only one boys team made it out of regionals.
Really?
Just Victor did.
Penn Yan lost?
Penn Yan lost to Marcellus. Gerard was impressed with Marcellus. Yo.
this kid number 12. Oh my God.
Yeah, that shot was amazing.
Yo, listen.
That's a small school, right? This is class D. The smallest class. They got 4 D1 players on it.
On this team, Marcellus.
Yeah.
Yes, and they played like it. So Marcellus got the 19-11 win. Penn Yan season came to an end at 17-4 this season. Marcellus was leading 6-1 at the end of the first quarter. There was no looking back after that. For Penn Yan, Braden Finger, who's very talented, with 2 goals and 1 assist. Levi Fisher with 2 goals. Tucker Fisher with 1 goal, 1 assist. Logan Sprague with 2 goals. Miles Ditzel with 1 goal and 3 assists. And Grayson Hathaway, one of the top face-off guys in Section 5, with 1 goal. Now, Marcellus, I'm going to tell you, and I cover a lot of lacrosse, you could just see the difference on the field. Like, I'm not saying Penn Yan isn't good, but you can see the difference. Just wow, that's all I'm going to say. Marcellus, Henry Lawrence with 7 goals and 3 assists. Nick Rayfield with 3 goals and 1 assist. Chris Doshna, he was also good. 6 goals and 3 assists. Donovan Freyer with 1 goal and 2 assists. Marcellus is now 18-3 going into a state run. Henry Lawrence, I want to apologize to him because when I put his goals up, at that point, Gerard was videoing the game, I put 6 goals. I know his people was all in my inbox. Listen, Marcellus, by the way, Marcellus discovered Primetime. Their fans, their parents was like, we don't even know, where did y'all come from?
This is from Marcellus?
Yeah, Marcellus, they've never heard of Primetime because we don't cover, and they were so fascinated by by our website, by our pages. They were inboxing, texting me. They said, can you collaborate with these goals? The parents were asking me for the goals because they're saying our goals look different than the goals than the video, because the videos, it's not the same. Where Gerard is like zooming in, getting the celebration. Marcellus discovered us and ran our pages up. Richard, they ran us up. It was like they discovered gold or something. They were inboxing. They were very nice. They just never, they said, we don't have anything like this where we are. And we put all their goals up. We treated them just like Section 5. The only thing we don't do was
I keep telling you, you gotta start doing it.
Shard, you are the only one that do that, right?
Yeah.
Shard don't care. Shard
do what?
Interview the other team.
Yeah, you got it. You see how those Corning kids are.
Yeah.
Listen, Shard, listen, y'all. So, these kids, they take their prime time serious. So we don't interview opposing team, okay? Julio, we got to say this. Julio, our producer, is going to let y'all know. We don't interview opposing teams outside of Section 5, except for Rashard. Rashard don't care. Rashard said if they are in the track meet and they win, I'm interviewing them. I am interviewing them. And Z705 and Jake said last night, the amount of popularity we're having, we need to start covering outside of Section 5. I said, you want these kids, you want them to kill me. These kids take prime time like it's theirs.
But when you see how impressed these other schools, parents are, they're like, where do you come from? You're just so excited out there. And then once I show them the page and they start watching a couple of your interviews, they're like, what? Where is she? Where is she at? So you gotta start. I mean, I know we don't like to, but especially at the state meet, the state track meet is this weekend in Webster. I can't just interview, like, this kid's going to Clemson. I got to interview you.
I'm with you, Shard.
I'm the only one. I'm loyal to my Section 5 kids.
Nah, because, then I'll interview, because I got a guy from Buffalo, Jason Rowe.
Yeah.
Who's very well known in Rochester.
Mm-hmm.
And he was one of my AAU kids back in the day.
Went to France with you, right?
Yeah, he traveled all over the country, went to France, and that's my guy. And I said, if they beat a Rochester team, we got to interview.
And I said, no.
No.
You wouldn't let them?
No.
No, that hasn't happened yet.
I said, no.
Yeah. So my college roommate, Tyree Parker, you know Tyree from Buffalo, he coaches at Health Science. Mm-hmm. And I can't be at the game.
Right.
Even though they're playing the Monroes or the U Preps, it's like, if you win, I got to interview your kid. It's my guy. Yeah. And those parents, if y'all want
to do that, I'm going to put it up.
I'm with the Joe Montana rule. Joe Montana had his son played in high school. And the rule at the school is parents are not allowed on the sidelines and to talk to the kids unless you win, 5 Super Bowls and was the MVP. Then you're allowed. So I'm with the Joe Montana rule when it comes to Jason Rowe.
Right.
Listen, these kids take our brand so serious. I feel like these are my babies, right? And I feel like I'm going against them. I don't mind putting up the scores and the stats, but do you understand, when if I interview, these kids take me serious. Like, they're like, okay, Coach Richard want to do that, but Primetime, not you. Not you.
But what do we always say when we interview the winning team? We're not against the losing team. We're just happy for the people who win.
Or you got to start interviewing them when they lose at those games.
People, what do you think, people? What do you think out there?
You're driving all the way to Cortland.
You guys give me, listen, if every Section 5 team lose in Cortland tomorrow and I'm going to get in my car at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm not interviewing nobody else's kids from Section 5 on all my chest. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
So we got to change the name to Primetime USA.
I'm taking that 585 too serious, Richard.
Primetime USA.
Maybe just New York State for now.
No, okay. For now. Nah, we got to drive you around. You're looking so healthy right now. He's ready to hit the road. Bob Johnson, they need a camper. We're going to Boston City to get a couple games.
So I'm sorry to Marcellus. I see y'all messages, and you guys are wondering where your interview was, because after they saw that they won, they went on my page, and they realized, wait a minute, she interviewed the winning team. So you know what the kids asked? Why didn't you interview us? Ooh, sorry, but I don't interview outside of Section 5. And they were like, but that doesn't seem fair.
Well, can the kids from Section 5 tell you it's okay?
They got to tell me it's okay. My babies in Section 5 got to give me permission to be able to cross the line. I take my 585 very serious. I'm sorry.
And that's why track kids are the best athletes. We don't get jealous. Go ahead, interview them, Coach Johnson, because we want to learn their weakness.
They do slap each other up.
They do slap each other up. Yeah, you're right.
You see Hannah Governor stands there for 20 minutes and slapping everybody up that she races.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, let's go to Penfield versus West Genesee, especially my Penfield boys. I am not going to interview West Genesee. Penfield, you talk about Brody
Buffalo,
Joyce.
Right?
Yeah, you talk
West Genesee, Syracuse.
Syracuse. You're talking about Brody Joyce, who I've been watching since like 8th grade.
Aaron Hardaway,
You're talking about Aaron Hardaway. You're you're talking about, are you kidding? Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Shembri. I can't do it. Like this one, I would not be able to do. And West Genesee was definitely in my inbox too. Yeah. There was definitely one of them in my inbox too. So I'm sorry, West Genesee. I can't do it. Like Penfield, those are like my babies too. So I'm sorry, y'all. Harrison Easton, Griffin Bannister, Tyler Pavone. No, I can't do it. Okay, so Penfield versus West Genesee. Penfield fell to West Genesee 14-10. They finished their season 15-5 after falling to West Genesee. West Genesee is now 16-4. Harrison Easton with 2 goals to assist. Brody Joyce, All-American. Got All-American status yesterday. 1 goal, 1 assist. Nick DiCotaldo with 1 goal. Griffin Bannister with 2 goals, 1 assist. Tyler Pavone with 2 goals. And Shembri had 9 saves in goal. Congratulations to Shembri also. He had a great season. For West Genesee, Liam Kelly, George, that's the one. You were like, this kid is nice. He nice. He had 4 goals and 3 assists. He was very nice. He inboxed me. Nice kid. Jeff Mercer with 3 goals.
Yeah, you won't interview him.
Hunter Cole with 2 goals.
We're going to talk about that around section 5. Go ahead.
Nash with 2 goals. Luke Lockwood with 2 goals. And Zach Channels had 10 saves and the win in goal. Congratulations to Syracuse's West Genesee for the win over our Section 5 Penfield boys. Yes, we're going to talk about that more.
Yeah, I just want to say, man, every time Penfield, they'd make a run.
Yes.
And they close it to 2, 3, then West Genesee would score like 2 or 3 goals themselves.
They'll bring it to like 2, and then they'll get on a run, and then West Genesee's like and just kind of cut it down. So they left it all on the field though.
Yeah. That Penfield goalie looks intimidating.
Shembri. Yeah, his dad is the coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He looks intimidating. That's one of the biggest goalies I've seen.
Yeah, he a big guy and moves very well to be that big.
I see him coming out the box.
Yeah, he moves very well. The biggest guy in the field though probably is AJ Theodorakis, whatever his name is, the football player.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
Big,
he a big dude. Dude.
But Penfield has like 4 or 5 guys going to Army to play lacrosse, right?
Oh wow!
They got guys going. They got West Point. Yeah. So today's their signing. So today is the Penfield sign. So I'm going to that tonight.
What time?
It's at 3:00. So I'll be going that, and they're doing their send-off for the girls too. So I'll be doing that today. So let's go into Victor versus Horses. Now this Victor, listen, they flipped the script. This was the first game of the day.
Yeah.
Victor came out and chose violence because Horseheads did not see this coming. Victor said, listen, we ain't nobody else but Victor. Victor just has a way of knowing how to win in big moments, right? They have, it's like a championship mentality.
Yeah.
And they pounce early. That's the thing about Victor. They don't start slow. They said, listen, we're gonna, they pounded in. At one point, it was like 12-0, something like that. It was like they didn't score.
Yeah, it was.
The first quarter, it was 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. At the end of the second quarter, going into halftime, Rashard, it was 14-2.
Wow, that's dominating.
They was like, we ain't taking no chances. We ain't playing around with it. Timmy McAuliffe with 1 assist, but Matthew Herondine had 1 goal, 3 assists. Gage Hay with 1 goal, 2 assists. Jackson Meade was stellar. 6 goals and 1 assist. Caleb Hall with 1 goal, 1 assist. Colin Magin with 1 goal. Ben Gotham hits his first goal, varsity goal, only a freshman. Colin Wheeler with 2 goals, 1 assist. Lincoln Snyder with 1 goal, 1 assist. Eli Rickey, the best face-off guy in Section 5 with 3 goals. They were dominant. He surpassed 700 career face-offs. He's only a 10th grader.
Yeah, let me tell you about that.
Go ahead.
Because we got time. See, I'm old.
Yeah, we know that.
I mean, I'm old,
like
so I'm old school, right? I mean, the way he carries himself, Eli, Ricky, just yes, sir, and very polite.
Wow.
And when we were lining up for the interviews, he said, you got to talk about
Will Simpson.
Will Simpson, he just set a season's record for saves in a season. He never mentioned the fact that he himself got his 700th goal. I mean, face-off.
So when I was getting the interview together, he was like, "Come on, Will, we got to put Will. We gotta celebrate him." And he's hitting Will on the chest and all that stuff. And he's celebrating his teammate, and he had a milestone.
He got milestones. Those are the best type of athletes.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like that's incredible.
Leadership.
and only a 10th grader.
Yeah.
And this is also Coach Stone's 100th win. Also, we want to make sure we mention that Matthew Herendeen, it was his 50 career assist. All kind of milestones happened in this game. As I said, Eli Ricky was his 700 career faceoff, and it's the first varsity goal for Caleb Hall and freshman Ben Gotham. And I think Ben Gotham, his sister played lacrosse also.
And I think brother played football.
And his brother played football. So I think...
I'm guessing,
I'm assuming that they're all related. So I don't want to assume anything. But Victor, they really turned it on their head. 17-4 was the final score. And they could have ran it up. It really could have been 25 to 4. Their defense at Victor is absolutely unbelievable. We talk a lot about the scorers, but their defense is absolutely unbelievable because they just weren't allowing much room. Horseheads is the best in their area, and they weren't allowing them to even get shots off.
It's amazing that he set a career record for saves. I mean, a season record for saves, because it seems like they don't get a lot of shots because the defense is so good.
Listen, but if it's a school record for them, it's a school record for them.
Yeah.
Will Simpson is very, very talented. He was the MVP for sectionals, which is hard for goalies to get. So I just have to really give Victor. They were started, and they're the only boys team still standing. Right. If they win today, they play today at 4 against, what is it, Nick? How do I say the name?
Nisquehanna.
Something like that. Semis?
Yeah, this is semis tonight at 4. Jake is there. It's at 4 o'clock today, but they beat them. Now, that school is tough. They got some tough, they're big-time state-ranked team. However, Victor played them in the regular season and beat them 9-6. And if they win that game, they play Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. At Hobart, I believe, at 10 o'clock, if they win. So it's closer to Rochester for us to go cover. So congratulations to Victor. They are the only team still dancing, and they're vying for a state championship. Okay, I want to talk about this. The Grease Gladiator, I want to go to some youth. Youth sports, shout out to Bob Johnson for allowing us to be able to cover youth sports, right? Because what it did is it gave us an opportunity. Jack Scottney covered this game for us to employ some youth to cover youth games, right? Our youth counselors are able to make a little bit of extra money covering games. We pay them to cover games. But this game was a little bit different. The Grease Gladiators and the Canandaigua
Grey Wolves
12U baseball team. They played, but it's not the game. They honored this kid, Xavier Taylor. So, Rashad, I don't know if you heard about this 12-year-old boy. During warm-ups, he was accidentally hit in the neck with a baseball. And 2 weeks ago. And he is in critical condition, right? And he was injured, and currently he's on a ventilator. And Little League teams across the United States are doing this. And you guys are wearing the right colors today. Shard is wearing blue. Gerard is wearing blue because they're asking people to wear blue for positivity. And they got these blue ribbons that they do. But for young boys like that to come up with those ideas, to be able to do that, is to show how life is precious. Because this kid, all he did was go to a baseball game. And we're hoping that he survives. So shout out to this. We want to give this some story because we believe in positive thoughts for Xavier Taylor. But shout out to both the Grease Gladiators and the Canandaigua 12U team for what they did. You guys want to add anything about this, Rashard or Gerard?
No, just so sad, but at the same time, a message, that, man, life is precious and you never know. But if everybody could just thoughts and prayers for this young man.
Rashard, your thoughts on this?
It's bigger than the game, and that's what this shows. This right here is going to be a life lesson for these kids who play and who are honoring Xavier. It's bigger than just going to the field and being the best on the field. And this is definitely praying for the family of Xavier Taylor, and I hope he gets a speedy recovery. Where is he at?
He's out of New Jersey. Yeah, just warming up. And this, and Jack Scottney, so he played for Grease Gladiators, and Jack texted me like late right the day before. You know, it's hard to get me to go to anywhere the day before because I had to change all my plans. But if Jack Scotney asks me to do something, I'm going to do it because he understands my schedule, although the kid is only 15 years old. He understands my schedule. He understands how busy I am. And he said that it meant something to him because this is his old team and his old coach. So it meant something to him. So I wanted to make sure I give him his kudos. Shout out to Jack because he really was insistent on this. Joy, you got something?
I was just going to say, you just messed up Jack because now everybody's going to ask Jack.
Call Jack.
Jack.
I heard.
Call Jack.
Poor Jack. They only harass Jack Scotney enough. Poor kid. But his maturity, he always says, because listen, they ask him to cover everything. And he says, he's very good at this, and same thing with Anna. They always say, I will let her know. But if he texts me and and says it means something, this meant something to him, I switched my schedule around. I was supposed to be somewhere else because it meant something to Jack. Yeah. And Jack has earned the right for a favor to ask me to do this. So we switch it around and make sure that we can definitely cover this.
I shouldn't say poor Jack because, pretty soon them girls are going to go, Jack, this would mean so much to me.
Listen. Don't be trying to blow up Jack's spot. We don't know if Jack got a girlfriend. Now you're trying to mess my poor boy up. Don't be messing. Listen, that's nephew. Don't be messing with my boy Jack. Okay, get that boy in trouble. All right, so we're gonna go on to some girls hockey. Now, first and foremost, the girls hockey finals happened last Sunday. The Greater Rochester Girls Hockey, this is year 3 for them. And this is, girls from 7th grade on to senior year, and it's girls playing girls in hockey. So let me first say that, right? And it was covered by Z705. Obviously, you could tell from the quality. He covered both games, and it was like a late night. It was like 7 o'clock game or whatever. But Z went and covered this, wrote the show. So Central versus South girls, this is the championship game, okay? So Central got the 7-6 win over the South team. Lucy Sykes with 1 goal, 1 assist. Lucy Barbado with 2 goals and 1 assist. Anna Miller, Danica Rogalski, and Emily Organek with 1 goal and 1 assist. And Brooklyn Pagan with 1 assist. Lorelai with 1 assist, and Madeline Cool with 1 assist for
Kuhlenbeck, right?
Yes, for Central. For South, Layla Zubek with 4 goals and 1 assist. Paige Westcott with 1 goal, 1 assist. Isabella LaRocca with 1 goal, 1 assist. Veronica Levine with 1 assist, and Madeline Mulvaney also with assist. Shout out to the Greater Rochester Girls Hockey for making sure that girls could play against other girls. That's an important part of making sure that, it's equal coverage also in sports. So it meant a lot to us that we could give this coverage because, as I said, it's hard already in girls sports, and girls hockey is male dominated. So we wanted to make sure that we cover it. So we want to congratulate Central on winning the championship. So that's a big deal. But we want to also give the consolation results. That's very important. The consolation results, Team East with the 3-1 win over Team West. Amelia Montgomery, Brenna Martin, and Bree Oskin with 1 goal each. June Prokop, Bree Oskin, and Sydney Shaw with 1 assist each. And for Team West, Taylor Wakason with the only goal. As I said, Greater Rochester Girls Hockey, thank you for making sure that girls hockey is represented in Section 5. And shout out to Z705 once again for making sure that we not only have coverage, but the quality of coverage.
How do they put the teams together?
So so some of these girls, see, this is the problem, right? So there's not enough girls playing hockey in Section 5 to have their own team, except for Webster.
For their own school.
For their own school. So that's part of where we actually was an advocate for that 3 years ago. We were actually at the meeting. We cover it because we know how important it is. So what they're trying to do is girls play on the boys' team still. Like Penfield still got 1 or 2 girls that play, but obviously it's just not fair. Right. So they form kind of like its own league until there's enough girls playing so that each school could have their own team. So these girls are from all over. So
whoever lives on the east side, then they got the west side, the north side.
Yeah. So that's how they put the teams together. So some of these girls are seniors in high school, juniors. So I think they go from 7th grade on up. So, as I said, unfortunately, there's just not enough girls to make it for their schools.
There's only one school, that's Webster.
Webster got enough girls.
Yeah.
And the Webster girls play a lot of Buffalo.
Oh, they
Syracuse.
play their team.
Yeah, they play school teams.
Yeah.
Ithaca, they'll play like Ithaca, Buffalo schools, Utica, things like that. Yeah.
So these girls can't make it into sectionals yet?
No, not yet. So they have their own league that they play, and then the problem also, they play after the boys, which they play in the spring now. This is their first year playing in spring, because one thing that we know, that we've just realized covering hockey, is that hockey is, ice time is very important. And you can't find ice time to practice when the boys are also playing, schools are also playing, so on and so forth. There's just not enough hockey rink in Rochester. There's only 5. So they switched the girls to play it in the spring.
Okay.
Yep. So
it just shows that we got so many athletic girls in Rochester.
Yeah.
Imagine half these girls could be on the lacrosse or a flag football team right now.
Yeah.
Because these girls look like they're talented.
They are.
They're not just a regular, like they can play.
They could play.
I would be surprised if some of them play flag, because this is not a school team, so they're allowed to.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So congratulations, actually to all 4 teams, because they played, they put the time in, and we're trying to give this program some definitely some coverage and some media attention. Shout out to Z705 for the coverage. Okay, I want to go to some Brighton College signing. I love doing college signings. Rashard, you did East Rochester College signing, and you also did Williamson also, right? What I like about the college signing is only 3.3% of kids play at the next level. Right? It's only 3.3% of high school kids that play sports. So when you see these kids, I don't care if you're signing JUCO, Division 1, 2, or 3. I don't care. You're continuing your education and you're continuing to play the sport that you love. So we give the same love to, like, if a Messiah Hampton going to Oregon as the same love as somebody signing JUCO. We just look at it as you're going to the next level. That's just how we look at it. So Brighton had their college signing today. I just want to give some of the names of some of the schools and some of the sports, only because some of these sports, we don't see a lot of them. Giovanni Bucci is going to Paul Smith College for Nordic skiing. Carlton Cabral, U of R, for swimming and diving. Jack Edelstein, Vermont State, for baseball. Gavin Hayslip, Endicott, for lacrosse. Shayla Julio, Brockport, for field hockey. Jonathan Grode, Skidmore, for golf. Ben Marangola, Vassar College. Ooh, Ben is smart, for lacrosse. Lucy Razi, Fredonia, for softball. Logan Survey, Kenyon College, for lacrosse. Sydney Wolf, Hobart William Smith, for soccer. August Schwartz Wallace, Mercyhurst, for rowing. Rowing, they give rowing scholarships. People don't know. Abby Monaghan with Fredonia for swimming and diving. JJ Longno Fumini, Manhattanville, for soccer. Lucia Samper Smith, cross country, one of your peoples. Ellie Schnintman, Catholic University, for cross country and track and field. Dawson Green, Hobart, for rowing. So you see rowing and golf and swimming. So we wanted to shout those kids out because we spend so much time talking about the football, the basketball, and all of that. So when you see these kids going for rowing and golf and cross country, I like that. I like that.
Well, you forgot to say my girl Carly from Brighton. She's going for a shot put and disc.
Oh, God.
I see you, Carly.
My bad. I'm sorry, Carly.
Good spot. Rashard?
Yeah, so I love that. So congratulations to Brighton on their signing. Today is the Penfield signing. So next week,
I was just about to say, Devo gonna get you. How you didn't shout Duke out he's already at college.
So this
playing
was
football. Okay,
so this was yesterday's list, right? I also included the ones from earlier in the season because Brighton do their own football signing. They did 3 signings. I just threw the other ones in because we didn't shut them out the last time. So shout out to Devo's son Duke. For also his signing and all the football.
Forgetting Jake's
and all the football players that also signed earlier in the year. They signed about 3 weeks ago.
So what does this say about Brighton? They got a lot of kids.
They do every year
going on
and we always go. They invite us. They do. They absolutely have a lot of kids that play, and they play multiple sports. Like for more than any other school. When I go to Brighton signing, they have like the different like gymnastics. They have kids going on to play sports that people don't really talk about a lot. The rowings, the golf. So yeah, I always like I like the different sports that's always represented. So I always like to give them that shout out. So I just want to shout out Brighton. They're doing something right over there. And they make sure they get me, if I'm not there, they make sure they get me pictures. So shout out to Brighton.
Yeah, that's good. The schools that actually celebrate these kids. I remember we were at East Rochester a couple years ago. And she was going to play lacrosse. Nicole, her name is Nicole. She was going to Elmira to play lacrosse. She said, well, Coach Johnson, they won't want to do a signing day for me. I had to pull up the stats for her and say, look how many kids play high school lacrosse.
Yeah.
And then look how many actually go on to play in college. I don't care where you're going. We're doing you a signing day, and they ended up doing it for her. So I definitely believe you got to shout these kids out.
Absolutely.
Because they could be going to do anything else.
That part.
And they're going to play sports.
That part. And, as I said, I'm all about celebrating our kids. So talk about celebrating our kids. Rashard, track and field. So this is your time. So talk to me about what to expect at States. First of all, States is here.
States is at Webster Strader. I wanted to say your home grounds.
Gerard, if I don't show up.
And they're telling everybody there's 600 parking spots. And if you get there late, you're going to Webster Thomas. But I'll bet you any amount of money, if that Prime, if it pulls up.
Let's be real.
That Bob Johnson car, boy, it comes in handy.
I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm not even going to hold y'all. There's a lot of, first of all, I want to shout out these Section 5 schools because God knows I be parking illegal. Not one school. What school do you think is going to tow the Primetime car? And first of all, Jeff Owens, though, is the best in Section 5.
Oh, he moves cones.
No, he put me on the sidewalk in front of the building. I'm not, Gerard, tell him. No. Do you know when you go to Rush Henrietta?
Yeah.
There's an area right there on the right side. And he said, don't worry about that. Go on the sidewalk and park in front of the gym. I said, the gym? People are going to think I'm a diva. He said, no. Primetime could park here. I'll pull up right next to the police car.
I love Jeff. And when I went to the Flower City Invitational, which was a great track meet, Jeff he tells me to park. The first day he had them move the cones. He gets on the mic, just go up there. They're going to move the cones. The second day there wasn't cones to move. So he said, park and get in. Yeah. I'm like, Jeff, you're going to make me ride like I'm one of the senior citizens and ride in the green. And he's jumping over stuff.
Yes. But, I'm glad you said that because Gates Chili hosted the softball championship, sectional championship. And I got to shout them out. When I tell you they held a spot right in the front for me, and not only that, they pulled up the thing. I don't care if I might be a senior citizen, I don't care. And they would, it's a long walk. And they escort me because what I had to do in between games, so there's about 45 minutes in between games, I would leave, run to Panera, post the interviews, do the editing, and then, because I needed Wi-Fi to get all of my content up and then come back. So the guy that's in charge of security saw I was going in and out. He was like, you ain't got to find parking. We're going to save you a spot. And I was there for like 10 hours. And they kept leaving the cone, escorting me back, coming back to pick me up. So there's a lot of ADs and a lot of schools.
And Rusty from Fairport.
Yeah. Listen, when I go to Fairport, I can't park. You won't let me walk. I can't walk 10 feet. Rusty like, park right here. I said, but Rusty, this is the fire thing. Oh, we don't care. Park right here. I was like, okay, whatever. But there's a lot of schools that really look
no pressure, Streggy. Over there, the AD at Trader.
Y'all know, Streggy. Listen, first of all, Neenan is the superintendent who loves Alan. Streggy loves me. I could park anywhere at Webster Schrader. That I know. If it's one thing I know, is that. One thing for sure, two things for certain. Strege ain't towing my car. Okay? Now, some other schools might, but
Just
not
because.
Strege.
It's a little farther out, but we won't say any names.
So, Shar, tell me about this weekend. Talk about this weekend.
I want to start out with, like you said, the welcome mat was open for us at Batavia. The Batavia coaches are amazing. He stands next. He shows me where to take the pictures because, they're winning most of the sports. So shout out Batavia for hosting the Class B sectionals. And the Batavia was just being Batavia. Nevaeh Thomas, she won the 100 meters and the 200 meters. Charisma with the 400 meters. She helped Nevaeh win that 200 meters so that they could go as a team. They had so many athletes competing. Class B, Madeline Smith won the 100 meter hurdles. She's another amazing senior. I forgot what school she's going to, but Madeline did amazing today at that 200 meters. The 4x1 relay, though, Brighton came out with a 46.
Wow.
One of the fastest in the States.
Wow.
They were moving.
Wow, that's moving.
Yeah.
That's
now,
moving.
talking about moving, we're going to go over to the Class C. Brennan Ingram, he won the 400. Our relay team, our 4x4, was seated 9th in Section 5. And we ended up winning that race and getting number 1 in small schools in the state. Wow. So that's going to be an interesting race on Sunday morning. We run for the 4x4. Some other notables was Hannah Governor. We always talk about how amazing Hannah is. She allowed a couple girls to make it in the 1500. Hannah's ranked in the state number 1, I think, for the 3000. Wow. She helped some other girls get in there. I love Hannah. She's just one of the nicest girls.
She's classy. Very classy. And
even though she didn't go to win, she jogged it. She only had to get in the top 5. She still stood there and shook everybody's hand when they came off. That's just a Hannah thing.
We're going to miss covering her.
Yeah.
We're going to miss covering her. There's some girls that you get, some of these kids you get close to, you're going to miss covering her.
The rest of Section 5 girls, they're not going to miss her.
They want her gone now. They definitely want her gone.
But now, talking about that, there is some other girl, Lauren Schmelk. She's on Hannah's team from Williamson. She won the 100-meter hurdles. Natalie from Marcus Whitman, she came in, finished the race. So she actually advanced to the 100-meter hurdles for states. Of course, some of the most exciting races were in the 4x8 this year. Fairport's 4x8 in the Class A championship was a battle to the wire. That Fairport, if you get a chance to look on YouTube, I'll send you the link for YouTube. Their 4x8 battle back and forth, going back from second place to first place. But by the end of it, they won, and the parents were, of course, they were in my inbox. They said, "Tell us, where's our interview?"
I know, trust me.
Those Fairport kids, they were amazing. Fairport, Webster Schrader, they're sending like 20 kids
to states.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jenna Swank, she jumped at 19.1. That will make her place in the C5 boys long jump.
Wow.
19.1, and she's got the furthest jump in Section 5 this year. She's going on. She's also another athlete going to nationals. We're trying to get up to nationals. Who else was? Max. I don't know if you've seen Mad Max. He does the Spider-Man from Webster Thomas. He's doing the 110 hurdles. And Max he's exciting. Sometimes in track and field it gets dull, but when you have a Mad Max from Webster Thomas, he's gonna bring some excitement. He's gonna yell when he runs across the line. He's doing everything that you want to see. But a couple other people, Fairport's 4x1, Batavia's 4x1, Hornell, your boy Julio was there.
Of course.
He did. Of course, he follows. I'm going on the field. He's following me on the field.
Oh, that's Julio.
Here comes Julio. But Hornell was doing their thing. Them girls look amazing. Aquinas. Both of those teams have flag football girls that are finally done. So they're out there. They're going to states from Aquinas. Blessing. You remember Blessing?
Yeah, Mohammed.
Yeah, Blessing. Blessing started to run now. Whoa. She was a jumper before, but now she's running. She ran a 12.2 in the 100. So Blessing
this is her first year doing that, right?
First year running.
And do a 12.2?
Yeah.
Wow.
But speaking of that 100 meters, the most exciting race that I want to see this week is going to be Kimora Lane. From
Isn't she number
Franklin.
one? Isn't she number one in the state?
Number one in the state.
Only a 10th grader, right?
10th grader. Number one in 100 and the 200. So good. She's getting interest from schools like Spire and IMG.
Whoa.
Trying to pull her out of here. I'm telling her coach Jalen, leave her here one more time.
Let's give her one more year. Jalen is very good.
He's good.
I gotta give him credit. He's very good.
So the alumni, yeah.
Yep, so the alumni. And Louis Falou, he's going for the 100, the long jump,
the 200, and the 4x100.
and the 200.
Yeah, he won everything.
Everything. Him and Michael Tubbs from East Ridge, they battle. I don't know if you remember indoor. Falou leaned his arms up and Michael Tubbs dipped.
Oh.
But this time in that 200, Falou did not let up. He went out there, listened to his Monroe coaches, and he did exactly what he needed to do. He's going out on a bang. He also qualified for nationals. But there's so many people. Lastly, Claire Lachaume, the Fairport girl, she's doing the 400, the 800, the 100 and the 1500 in the wheelchair at states, and she's number one in states in all of them. I don't think anyone's going to be able to hang with her. I can't wait to see her at nationals with some other people who might at least get close to her. But yeah, track and field is, like I've said, following. It's going to be this Saturday and Sunday at Webster Schrader, and get there early, except for you.
So before I end your track component, because we got some kids that's going to nationals. Yeah. Some funding fell through for these kids. So people don't understand, when you're going to nationals, not states, nationals, you kind of have to come up with your own money. And so we got some kids going to nationals. Some funding went, some funding was impacted for them at the last minute. So if anyone wants to contribute towards these kids going to nationals, most of these kids are RCSD city school district kids. And they're going to Philadelphia. Here's the problem, Rashard, that I'm finding. It's the same weekend as the World Cup.
Yeah.
So regular hotel that used to be like $130 a night, they're looking for $350, $400, which impacts our kids that can't afford that. Any other weekend would have been all right.
Would have been perfect.
But they're going to compete the same weekend as the World Cup. So I am asking, if you are interested in donating, you could do it to the Primetime Venmo. The Primetime Venmo is Primetime 585. We need about $3,000 to send these kids. As I said, it's impacting more of the city kids than it is impacting anyone else. For nationals, they got to get there on their own. They just happen to try to compete the same time there's a World Cup. So the hotel is 3 times the size, 3 times the amount that it would normally be. So in saying that, I wanted to make sure I said that.
Yeah, and real quick, Rush Henrietta 4x100, they won?
Yes. Rush Henrietta, Noah, and Noah's doing the 100 too.
And Rome Chandler.
Rome Chandler.
See, I had to do this because Brian Chandler, his dad, used to be my principal, my vice principal. And he had quite a few occasions where he could have fired me.
So make sure we
promise him.
Make sure we shout him out, and I appreciate the pension.
But you can't now. Rush Henrietta, that relay, they do have his. To me, he tells me he's the best curve runner in Section 5. He runs third leg for Rush Henrietta. His name is Isaiah McDonald. We got to shout out Isaiah. And yeah, with the national situation, it's unfortunate because we only have a week until nationals, and these kids really want to go. I'm scared to even call them and tell them the funding fell through, but hopefully we can figure out some ways to get these kids there. It's for their hotel and for the travel down. We're going to cover the food right now. Just trying to get these kids to nationals.
All right, we're going to work on it, Rashard. We're definitely going to work on it. We're going to use the power of this platform to raise $3,000 for our young people, especially the kids, to make sure they get there. That money should never impact sports. That's just always my philosophy.
Yeah.
So, Gerard, let's go into Gerard's pick.
My pick is the Penfield girls lacrosse team.
Woo, they're trying to run it back.
Yeah, they extended their streak to 14. The Penfield boys took a loss against West Genesee, so they said, we got you back here. And they defeated West Genesee 12-11 Saturday, with Lexi Corcoran scoring 4 goals and Reagan Circu with 5 goals, Jordan Rasmussen adding 4 assists. Prior to West Genesee, they beat Lancaster, right, 17-6, with Avery Fordham with 2 goals and an assist, Olivia Lanning, 3 goals and assists, Jordan Rasmussen, 2 goals, 4 assists, Reagan Syracuse 3 assists, and Peyton Rosfoot led with 5 goals and 3 assists.
Real quick, Olivia Lanning, her mom used to be your student.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's a different name now.
Yeah. That's her married name.
Yeah.
So when she was your student, obviously she wasn't married then in high school. So Olivia Lanning's mom was your student in high school. This goes to show how old you are.
Oh my God.
So congratulations.
Oh, she's a young lady.
Congratulations to the Penfield girls lacrosse. You are Gerard's pick. Good luck this weekend on your state run. My pick. This is going to surprise Rashard. Rashard, you're going to be able to pine in on this one. My pick is Louis Falou of Monroe track and field, but also from Monroe football. This young man not only is coming off of a football sectional, a regional championship, a state championship, he has taken track and field by storm this in his senior season because he didn't play last year, right, Rashard? He didn't play last year. And he is qualified, just like Rashard said, in the 100, the 200, the long jump, the 4x100, which includes Terrence Barner, Terrell Pooty Cunningham, the most talented quarterback in Section 5 and the state of New York, and Rajiv Brown. Also, this weekend is his 18th birthday. He's competing on his 18th birthday at States. Yes. So, Louis Falou, you are Karen's pick. Congratulations not only to Monroe, the Monroe coaches, but also to Louis Falou and all the time that he's put in. I love the fact this young man has put the time in, he has put the work in, and he's one of the kids that we're trying to raise funds for nationals. So, if absolutely, these are the kind of kids, because as I said before, these kids could be doing anything else. Instead, they're putting in the time in sports. So, we want to shout out Louis Falou of Monroe and the Rochester City School District. You are Karen's pick. And
as dominant as he is, he's so humble.
Yes.
So humble.
Yes.
You would never think that he's as good as he walks around just shy. But he's a good kid. I love Falou. I love the way that whole Monroe 4x1 is all football players. All football players, and they did the do. So we got about a minute and a half. You want to talk about why I don't interview people? That's what we're going to. That's how we're going to end on it. Listen, I do want to say. So some of these kids don't even want you interviewing teams on their home floor. Right. Even it could be another Section 5 team.
Yes.
It's just like, why are you over there cheering with them? They won on our floor. I don't. Now that we say this, I've got to tell you a secret. When you ask me to go to basketball games, I try to pick the home team that's going to win. Like, if I'm at the game, I'm not trying to go. You're trying to tell me to go to East against C.G. Finney. No, I'm not. If it's at C.G. Finney, I'll go watch Finney. I'll watch him play another team. So I see what you're saying. I believe in it as well. But when the team wins, I think once they see the Primetime website, they want to be on
there. Yeah. It's addictive to these kids.
Yeah. Corning comes up to me at track meets. They're not Section 5, but they compete here. So I have to interview them, you know?
But you know what? As I said, when we started this, and Rashard's been with us pretty much a year in, so Rashard's been with us going on 5 years, you know, we had a vision. And I just want to shout out not only Rashard for putting in the time and the work, but Anna, Jake is like my right and left hand, Jack Scottney and Z705, who does a lot of our editing and our posting. He's working until midnight sometime. And shout out not only to that, but Gerard put that time in all these videos. We got to shout them out.
And lastly, I know we're on time. We got to go, everybody, but I'm going to do it for my boy. And shout out to DB, Mr. Battle, because you don't know how many messages she sends, and he has to go through them and talk to her. So Battle is like the Russell Simmons. He's always in the back.
Always in the back. And that's all, folks. That's a wrap.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.